Hebrews 12 and 14, follow peace with all men, and holiness, without which no man shall see the Lord. Looking diligently, lest any man fail of the grace of the Most High, lest any root of bitterness springing up trouble you, and thereby many be defiled. HALALYAM YAHAWAH, BAHASHAM YAHAWASHI, BAHASHAM QADASH. MASHAYACH LAHAMALAAKIM WAZAKWANYAM SHAL GADOL. Shalom Barakiam Al Noah Adawan Ratazah Nachna Wahaya Shal Bachayar Za'acha Wa'ibad Arya Mayan Ha GMS Orlando Camp. And through the Spirit, just in transit, Lord's will, bear with me. I'll try to quote precepts, but spiritually just ranting, going into some daily meditations, but I'll probably title this "Let Go." All right, let it go. Let it go. Whatever it is that's troubling you, whatever it is that is causing bitterness to take root within you, you must let it go. All right. For your own sake and for the sake of the brothers and sisters around you. Okay? Not to get too personal, I'm not going to get into all the details, but brothers know my story, my situation and whatnot. But I learned a lot of communication and conflict resolution skills dealing with my rib, and I just look back and I learn so much from how things transpired, and no matter what, I always told her, you're my woman, you're my wife. I love you, and what I'm saying, there's no getting rid of me. And I mean that in not a super clingy sense, because this can translate over to your brotherly relationships as well. You know what I'm saying? Even certain people in the world. But I mean it in a sense of we will always have love for each other. We'll always have love for our people. It ain't no divorce. There is no divorce. Save for, fornication. But like YAHAWASHI said, man, what the Most High, I believe it was YAHAWASHI that said it. If that's not the case, then Salakia. But scriptures say, if whatever the Most High has brought together, let no man put asunder. That's how the Lord is dealing with us. The Lord, although He, was very, very wroth, very angry with us, He never divorced us. He never cast us away. For a time, we were separated from Him, but like the scriptures say, He has reserved, a complete number of men that would not bow down to the image of the idol. So the elect, we know we're dealing with the elect right now, but ultimately all of our people will be saved. All of our people are going to be in the kingdom. So the contract, the covenant, the marriage between Yasharallah and the Heavenly Father can never be disannulled. Because it's a love that transcends any barrier, any, measurement of time. The love that Yahweh Hashem Yahushai has for us is endless, limitless. And it's real love. It's not a love that in the world. It's not a love that is toxic. It's a love that will better you, and that's what we want for each other. We want to be better. We want what's best for each other. We want to love each other as best we can. And what better way for the Lord to teach us that love than by putting us through things with, our relationships in this life, whether it's your spouse or your family or your brothers in the truth, So you have to learn to let go of bitterness, let go of your anger. Scriptures say that too. I should have grabbed it while I was parked. But let go of the bitterness, the anger, the wrath, the envy, the strife, anything that could cause you to fall away. Because I'm telling you, bitterness, that shit'll kill you. Them demons will take over, and you will be completely unaccountable, you will be completely prideful, and you will never let go of that anger. Well, the scriptures say, be ye angry and sin not. So we're going to have trouble in the flesh. You're going to have issues and arguments between brothers, between spouses, between this and that, family. But you seek peace at the end of the day. Let not the sun go down upon your wrath. And mistakes will be made, but it's about, are you trying to fix it? You know what I'm saying? Are you sincerely repentant? Or are you you're happy with wickedness? You're happy with leaving things in a broken state? That's not how it's supposed to be. Imagine if the Lord left us like this. You know what I'm saying? That would be horrible. Well, that's the spirit. That's the spirit, because it would be a very grating, very unpleasant sound in our ears. Whereas we're singing a new song and it's very melodious, very harmonic, and the elect is listening and they're dancing and singing along, playing along. Versus if the Lord, decided to, and he would be justified in leaving us to fend for ourselves and letting us continue down the path of self-destruction and treat us as bastards. It would be a very ugly sound, But the Lord's not doing that because he really loves us, man. Likewise, we got to really love each other. And first and foremost, I'm telling you, you got to do it for yourself. Because you don't... Oh, now you're just... Anyway. You got to do it for yourself first and foremost, because you're gonna be in a very sorry state of mind if you stay mad. If you keep with that evil, hateful mindset, that's going to change you for the worse. Visibly even. It changes you even visibly. Most importantly, it renders your spirit incompatible with YAHAWASHI, YAHAWASHI. And you don't want that. The worst thing you can do is remain unaccountable, is have so much pride that you can't admit where you're wrong. Because the Lord said, I will return to my place until they acknowledge their offense. There has to be, Lord, I'm sorry. I fucked up. Forgive me. You pray, you fast, you want to do better. You have a willing mind. Then can the reconciliation take place. Then you can begin anew. And that's how I, you know, I always say in my lessons too, you know, Lord's will, I'm not a hypocrite. Lord's will, I'm not profitable unto others, and Lord's will, I'm profitable unto others and not myself. You know, I want to be profitable unto others and myself. But I always say we hold ourselves accountable first and foremost. We're the ones that messed up. You know, the Lord is teaching us a hard lesson because we transgress against Him first. You know, but there's hope. It takes patience. It takes a lot of work, but there's hope. We have a lively hope that, you know, love will conquer all for real. And the world then took our words, the words of the Lord, and they made it so corny, and they done butchered it. But for real, love, charity, loving kindness, that gentleness, that holiness, sobriety, peace, chastity, it really does conquer everything. When you have a mindset of you hope in the Lord and you know the Lord is in control and He's doing what's best for you, no matter what, I trust in you, Lord, you understand that the love of the Lord conquers everything. Justice and judgment is what He's executing, and His justice and His judgment is love for His elect, love for His chosen. You know, I had quoted a precept, I can't remember. I had just quoted it. Yeah, acknowledge your offense. You know, first you take accountability for your actions, and that's what I try to do that. You know, now more so than ever, because we're racing to the finish. It's only going to get worse. It's only going to get harder, and it's going to be quick. These plagues, these troubles, these uprisings, and these evils, all these crimes, they're going to come in rapid succession. And the Lord is not going to give you people any rest. It's going to be real bad. And you're going to remember what the prophet's been telling you. But it's going to be too late at that point for the vast majority of you. Except for the 11th or 12th hour Israelites that, you know, proved their faith in that time. You know? But now, while it is yet called today, roughly paraphrasing, you know, we have to get right. We have to do better. And again, if I didn't make the point, do it because you want to be better for yourself. First and foremost, you don't want to let bitterness take root. Otherwise, you're going to turn into a demon. Otherwise, you're going to take the Lord for granted. You're going to lose faith in the Lord. You're going to lose patience. Your kindness is not weakness. Your patience, you're not losing. You're winning. The people may not see it, but you're not doing it for these people. You're doing it because you love YAHAWASHI and you want to be saved. So no matter what, we got to love each other. We got to do our best to be better, take care of each other, because we're all we got. We're all we got. Man, if we don't have each other, we don't got shit. You know? This is how the Lord set it up. We worship Him through YAHAWASHI. That's how the Lord set up the order. You know? And we show we love the Lord by loving each other. That's why YAHAWASHI said, as much as you've done it unto these ones that believe in me, your brothers and sisters, you've done it unto me. So we got to bear that in mind. You don't want to offend each other. You know, pride gets in the way at times. Arguments will happen. Trouble in the flesh. It's bound to occur. But what are you doing about it? Alright? What are you doing about it? Because we all, listen, man. You know, we all got sensitivities, and the Lord takes note of that. Because we've increased in a lot of knowledge, so we're hyper aware. we're so much more aware and sensitive, not sensitive in the terms of like weakness, but sensitive in the terms of like when you train your hearing and you rely on your eyes less, your hearing becomes more sensitive, meaning it becomes stronger. You have a stronger sense of hearing. You can hear from like a mile away. In general, we are more sensitive than anyone else in the world. So that's why the Lord takes offending his little ones so seriously. That's why he calls us the apple of his eye. And he suffered no one to do us harm. You know? So we have to bear that in mind for each other. You know? Sometimes when you're getting into something and differences are manifest, separate yourself from the conversation and look at it as a collaboration, not an argument, not a competition. So you're presenting both of these opposing ideals and you're discussing the breakdown of these two different ideals. You're getting rid of what is unnecessary and what's wrong, and you're building upon what's right and what's needful. And so both parties can take what's left, the good that's left, they can take it upon themselves and recalibrate and grow and get rid of what is wrong and what's unnecessary. You know? That way you see it you see yourself as a team rather than, you know, opposing sides. And at the end of the day, it all boils down to pride. To think, oh, I'm right. You can't tell me shit, and you just want to justify your anger. I've done that too many times. I've done that, and the YAHAWAH, I've always felt like shit afterwards. So that lets me know, you know, the Spirit is working and it's teaching me. You know, you have to subdue your own understanding and allow YAHAWASHI, pray YAHAWASHI increases in you, and your own personal feelings and wickedness decreases. So we can be better. We just want to be better. So I'll close out right there. Coming up on my destination. Shalom to the elect.